Hey everyone, my name is Ben. I'm lead educator at Lumenswap and the founder of Boring Crypto. In this video, I'm going to talk you through some of the finer details centered around the lottery. The Lumenswap lottery has now been going since the 22nd of October 2021, and there's a few things that I've kind of worked out with the lottery to make your life a little bit easier, a little less friction, a little safer maybe, and yeah, just generally help you with your lottery ticket purchases. I will say I am a passionate crypto student. I am not a financial advisor, have no financial qualifications at all. I'm here to just make your life in the crypto space a little easier in terms of any sort of frictions or anything that you will find that's a little confusing. Okay, so please don't take this as financial advice. This is merely me just trying to educate you on some of the mechanisms that we have within Lumenswap. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fly across to the Dapp, the lottery Dapp, which I'm going to just launch here now. And you'll see that we now have the board. We have round one that is live. We can see the little live button, and if we click onto this, it's going to open up the board, the round one board. We can see the tickets that have been sold. We can see the total amount of tickets, the total amount of participants, now nearly 700, which is absolutely fantastic. We can see we can connect a wallet and we can buy a ticket, right? So pretty simple stuff. We can learn about the lottery, we can go onto the Medium articles, and that's exactly where we're going to head. We're going to jump across onto this lottery round one launch article. I want to highlight this highlighted number for you. This is the first thing that I think a few people have asked. How are we going to determine the winner? Well, the way that the Stellar network operates is it has a series of ledgers. Every 3 to 5 seconds there's a new ledger that's created. In a traditional blockchain sense, that will be called blocks, and these blocks have a unique identity, right? A unique hash, a block hash or a ledger hash. And if we come across onto a block explorer such as Stellar Expert, we can see now that there is this ledger here on the right hand side and a number, and this number is going up every 3 to 5 seconds. You'll see that it will keep going up. It's on 40 now as I'm talking. That will go to 41, and each one of these has a unique identity. Yeah, it has a unique, so if I click onto the 41, we can get the details of this ledger. We can look at the transactions within that ledger, and basically it's a collection of data that we can have a look at wallets, we can have a look at transactions, we can have a look at hashes and all sorts. But the actual ledger itself has an identity. So we've got to get that into our head. The way that we're going to operate this lottery is by telling you which identity, which ledger identity we are going to be using. Now you can see here this is like 38405 and this is like 3808, so it's nearly 400,000 more ledgers before the one that we are going to use. There's absolutely no way we can tell you what the identity of that is going to be because it's completely randomized. Each one that comes through has its own unique code attached to it. So the 400,000 ledgers time, we have no idea what that's going to be. And this is what makes it decentralized, inclusive, fun, and really kind of gamified, because it's like completely and utterly random. It's completely and utterly, even more so than picking balls. You know, if you've got balls, there's going to be a certain amount of sequences of those balls. And here, I mean, with all of these different characters and numbers, goodness knows how many different sequences there can be. Yeah, absolutely trillions and trillions of different sequences. So we have no idea, but we can tell you when it's going to happen. It's going to happen on the 22nd of November 2021. That is when that ledger is going to be created. So then we will take the unique number from it, and that unique number will then be matched against our tickets. Very, very simple. Ticket price, and I have done introduction to the lottery videos, right? So this is more about just some small, the mechanics and some small tips. The ticket price is going to be 1 LSP. Today, that's somewhere between 16 and 20 cents, depending on price fluctuation. Here in the UK, to buy a traditional centralised lottery ticket, it's probably around about £1.50, £2. I don't buy them, so I don't know. But here, we could buy 10 for that price. Yeah, 10 tickets. At the moment, I just showed you there's like 40-something thousand tickets that are sold. So with those 40-something thousand, if you bought 10, you have got roughly a 1 in 4,000 chance of winning, which is way lower odds than it would be if you were going out there in a centralised, national kind of lottery. The prize, a few people have said, oh, it's a misrepresentation, or they've said that, why aren't I getting the actual Tesla? With the logistics, the tax, the import, export and everything, it's impossible for us to be able to get a Tesla. I mean, they don't even do Teslas in some countries. To Peru, to Bolivia, to Mexico, to UK, Indonesia, Singapore, US. I mean, think about the logistics of trying to get one to Turkmenistan and me delivering it in person. It's almost impossible. And that's the reason why we decided to give away XLM, so give away crypto, to the value of. We simply pulled up a physical representation of that crypto prize in the real world, which is a Tesla Model S. Yeah, $100,000 worth of XLM will be yours if you win, which is wonderful. How can we buy tickets? Very, very simple. What we need to do is we need to come across to the Lumenswap interface. It looks like this when you first click onto it. Click onto launch, click onto the lottery, and as we navigate through, we'll come on to this board, right? So we've got that. Just to double confirm with you how easy that is, right? I know I've showed you, but let me show you again so that you've got it in your head. We've got the details that I said, and now we've got the ability to buy a ticket. But first of all, we need to connect our wallet. One of the ones that connects to Lumenswap interface, yeah? You can connect to in any one of these four, or you can use a private key. Now, my first real tip for this is to say to you, I would use a wallet specifically for these tickets if you are going to be buying multiples. So instead of having your Crown Jewels wallet with everything that you've got in it, just take 5 minutes, set up a new wallet that's just for lottery. And you call it Lottery Wallet or whatever you want so that you understand that. And that way that you can buy multiples of tickets rather than just buying one at a time. I can buy one at a time, it's not a problem. I can just connect my wallet, and I'm going to use Rabbit because I've created a Rabbit wallet. Hang on a second. Sorry, that's me, that's my error. I've created a Rabbit wallet just purely for lottery. It's not got anything else attached. Now, some people might say, well, if you win the lottery, you're still open for that wallet to be compromised. Yes, I am, but they're not running off with my stash. They are only running off with whatever's in that wallet, which is very, very little. Yeah, this is just my lottery tickets, nothing else. Very little, because I want to use a secret key way of buying multiples. I don't want to mess about, click 1. Click 2, click 3, sit in there for ages. I just want it on autopilot. And that is the reason I set up a wallet. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, Ben, but if you do that, then you win the lottery, the wallet's still possibly compromised because you've put the secret key into a third party. And I agree with you. I agree. Yes, there is obviously a risk when you're using secret keys. But for me, the way to mitigate that risk is to set up that wallet with just a few LSP and a little bit of XLM and just use that wallet for your lottery. It's highly unlikely that wallet is going to get hacked. If it got hacked before the win, there's nothing in it to hack. If it gets hacked in the moment after you realize that you've won, to the point that you are the most unluckiest person in the world, right? In the world. So I hope that that doesn't happen. However, you must move forward in a way that suits you. Yeah, you have your security at the forefront of your mind. You have your own risk tolerance, and nothing is financial advice. It's my way of mitigating some of the risk associated with buying multiples of tickets. That's it. So now that I've connected that wallet just in a traditional sense, I can buy a ticket, it's telling me the cost is 1, I confirm that, it's waiting for me to sign, I send that confirmation and it sends it to the network. So it's waiting to confirm it on the network. Success transaction. Yeah, we can either view that on the Explorer or not, and then if we wanted to refresh this page, we're going to see the tickets come through. Sometimes the interface does glitch a little bit and it doesn't come through immediately. Don't worry about that. You've got your transaction hash, yeah, in your wallet. You can check that. You can go and have a look at your transaction hashes and you can write that down, or you can copy and paste that into a separate document, which will be your list of lottery tickets. There's also another way that we can go about it, guys. We can come across here onto our wallet, onto Rabbit. We can put in our password, come into our wallet, and then we can go onto these dots, and then we can go on to show private key. Once again, we can put our password in. We could copy that private key nicely, and then we can come out of the wallet. Yeah, and then we can disconnect from here, and then we can connect to wallet, and this time come in through the private key if you want to buy multiples. And if you look up here where it says buy ticket, watch what happens. We put this in, we put that in, and we connect. You see how it's changed, plural, to buy tickets. We can click onto that, and then what we can do is we can put in any multiple that you want. I highly recommend you probably do it in less than 100 batches, so 100 tickets at a time or less. And it can sometimes throw a glitch with the network doing it this way, right? So you can get like 2 or 3. Let's just see if we can buy maybe 3 if we wanted to buy 3 at once, okay? So we can see that this will go through, and I'm hoping that we will see it buy them, and then the transactions will be completed. There you go, 1 of 3 purchased. And we're buying them through the same wallet now, but we're just doing it a little different way. And you can see at the top right-hand corner here, right, that my LSP balance is going to change. So 3 tickets were purchased. Look, my balance has changed. It's come down. Yeah, happy days. We've got them. Now, I'm not sure whether it's going to, but if we refresh this, there you go. A few seconds ago, that was the first ticket that I bought. And there's the other 3. Yeah, with the KR3D at the end. We're connecting our wallet and we're connecting through that Rabbit, so you can see KR3D. So we refreshed it, look, and we've got 4 tickets. We're now up to nearly 42,000, right? So that's how easy it is to either buy the 1 or to buy multiples. We can see this is our transaction hash. Yeah, so we've got our transaction hash here. I could take this, copy and paste it. I'll go into another document and I could paste it into a document, right? So I've got all of mine. So you can see now that I've got this 2FA7. 2FA7. That's what we're looking for. The one before that, if we come back, yeah, this one's F6, this one's E9, this one's AD. So these are all different, would you agree, right? All different at the start. If we just used, as a comparison, if we just use this latest ledger, so let's just go back. Let's click onto the ledger. We can see here this ledger hash is 332. If we come back to our round 1, 332, immediately all of those are non-winners because it's 3-3. If we were using that one, right, they're not winners because it's 3-3 at the start. However, if we came down here, look, this person, right, and this was me, KR3, yeah. So this was me earlier on, buying some more tickets. You can see there's a 3 at the start. Brilliant. I could be in with a chance, couldn't I? Because I've got a 3. That's how it works. Those people that haven't watched my first video, that is how it works. Let's cover that again now. As we come down here, this is just telling us how your transaction hash will serve as your ticket. We've covered that. Easier way, we've covered that. You can buy multiples. If you want to use a Lobster wallet or Stellar Term, or any one of those other clients, you can use them as well. But ensure, guys, that you're just sending 1 LSP per transaction from them other wallets. Because the only way that you can buy multiples is by using that secret key. If you are using the secret key, right, then you must ensure that you are, I would say, setting up a separate wallet just for lottery. Yeah, please remember that's important. But if you want to use one of these others, you can just use this, which is the asset issuer address for Lumenswap's LSP token, and you can send one LSP at a time from any Stellar wallet. Do not send from centralized exchanges, it will not work. It has to be a native Stellar wallet. Okay, so if you send less than the specified amount to this address, you won't get a ticket, you'll lose your funds, and if you send more, you'll only get one ticket, one hash. Even if you send 100 LSP, you'll only get one hash. You don't want to do that. Use one of the wallets that interacts with the Lumenswap interface. I highly recommend. Choosing the winner. So they've created a fair model so that everyone can understand the winner selection process. And this is one of the reasons that Vlad has asked me to do this video for you, right? Because you need to understand it. And I think I've explained it fairly well. I think I've explained that hash and matching it up, right, fairly well, how it's going to operate in other videos. But of course, let me go over that again. At the beginning of each round, Lumenswap team specifies the block ledger. Okay, so we know at the top of this document, well, I highlighted it before, this is going to be the ledger. We are not going to know the specifics of that hash until such a time as it obviously comes through. Yeah, so at the time, as soon as that appears, that ledger, then it's got its unique hash. That is going to be what we're going to compare against. Once that specific ledger is created, the winner selection process starts. Mechanism works by comparing ticket hashes to the ledger hash to find the longest matching substring. It starts by comparing the first character of the ledger, which I've just gone through with the 3, yeah? You compare, first of all, the first one, right, is you've got to match 1, and then all of the tickets that don't match that, they're out. They're all gone. Yeah, every single one of them. If we have a look back on the round 1, all of these tickets that don't have 3, they're all out, weren't they? Remember we said it started with 3, we're just pretending, but all of these ones, this one would still be in. Yeah, if we went and put in another page, right, and we could see, let's just see all tickets for the sake of this. Right, if we come down, right, we go down here, we've got 1 beginning with 3, we come down, we've got 2 beginning with 3. Of that whole page, there's only 2 tickets beginning with 3. All the rest are counted out. All the rest are gone because it's a matching process. Yeah, we've got to match them up. Let's go back to the document. Scenario 1, we've got 3 tickets for round 1. This one's 9, this one's 3, this one's 3. And the ledger hash is 3. So what we do is we say, well, them 2 have both got 3. So then we move across to the next number or character. And it's A. So this one's 7, this one's discounted, and this one's A. So T2 is the winner. So you can see here, T3 is eliminated. You can read through these documents yourself, but T2 is the winner because it's just a straight match-up process. The ones that don't match, they're pushed aside, they lose. The ones that match move through to the next phase until you keep moving down and down. And look, I mean, look how long this is. We're probably going to get somewhere no more than 4 or 5 characters down, aren't we? Because the chances of a random or 2 random hashes matching through the first 5 characters, well, that's going to be next to impossible as well. So, even with just a few of the characters and numbers at the front end, it's going to be, like I say, no more than probably 3 and 4. Scenario 2, let's say we have 3 tickets for round 1, 3, 2, 3K, 3, 7, and the ledger hash is 3, 1. None of them match. They all match the first, then they don't match the second, do they? So with this one here, what we have to understand is that it is down to the time stamp. When was the first one bought? Yeah, if you bought yours on the 22nd straight away, as soon as the lottery went live, then you are going to be the winner. We have talked about a few other methods of this, and we've talked about it on the dev side, so maybe we'll miss that one and move to the next one or do it in some other way. But to start with, we're doing it on a timestamp exactly here. This is what you need to understand, yeah? We compare the first character of the ticket IDs with the character of the desired hash, so the one at the 22nd of November. Or you can see, as you can see, all the tickets have the same first character, which matches with the first character of the ledger hash. As we move to the next step to compare the second characters, none of the second characters matches the second character of the ledger hash. What happens now? In this case, yeah, the ticket with the earliest timestamp is selected as the lottery winner. But that's done and dusted. For now, that's all you need to know. So you now know how you can use your private key to buy multiple tickets. You now know that I advise that if you are going to do that, you set up a wallet specifically for the purpose of the lottery. You now know how the block is identified, with its unique ledger hash that we don't know because that's in 400,000 ledgers time, right? We now know how you get the winners, how that process is decided, and how we discount people based on the ledger hashes of their, or should I say, sorry, the transaction hashes of their tickets. As I said, I recommend if you're buying some tickets in small amounts, you just take your hashes, so like this, and then you would copy and paste that and you put it into your document. Then when we know, you've got a document in front of you, well, it might be you put them into a spreadsheet or whatever you want to do. You know when that ledger, right, hash is identified, when it's created, then you've just got a document in front of you and you can say, right, how many of my tickets in front have got a 3 at the start? 2. Right, how many of those have got an 8? 1. Okay, that's me out. Or, oh, wow, I've won. You can just easily identify that. So that's what I would recommend that you do. And as always, any questions, please get in touch. But also, you must understand, guys, that as this picks up steam, as this lottery, as our community grows, as we start getting multiple different ways of getting rewards within, or LSP rewards within the Lumenswap ecosystem, and we start getting these gains, we can start using more tickets or buy more lottery tickets with some of the free gains that we're going to be getting. As this continues to grow in speed, in size, and the community keeps growing in the future months, this is going to get a lot bigger. As it gets bigger, each one of these tickets that are being sold are being burnt. Each LSP is being sent to the asset issuer address, which means it's the burn address. That is reducing our supply. So to show you what I mean here is if I put into the Block Explorer our asset, I come down to the correct LSP asset, we can see now that we have 999,943,000. We are already at, if we highlight that bit, we're already at 57, almost 56,500 LSP tokens burnt. It is coming down on a minute by minute. Every time there's a ticket sale, this number comes down. So that means it's deflationary. The tokenomics are deflationary, coming down all the time. And anyone that knows anything about sort of inflation and deflation in terms of tokenomics knows that deflationary is a good thing. There's going to be less and less of the tokens. So the more popular, the more you spread the word, the more that we build out the community and people get involved in the lottery, the more tokens we burn, the more the supply comes down, which benefits those people holding. It's very, very simple and very cleverly done. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that it has highlighted a few of the ways that I think are, probably beneficial to you if you are looking at getting involved in the lottery. And as always, put some comments underneath. If you like it, if you think there's missing anything, or you think that I should be covering something else, let me know. And I'll do those videos for you in the future. Take care. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll catch you soon.